Who's ready for? I didn't see you like it. So. All right. So, welcome to the last day of MCP election, which means tonight, in a few hours, hopefully 2, if we're on time, we'll find out who's going to be the next president of AIESEC United States for the year 2016-2017. So, before I begin, is everyone in this room right now? That's like in your LC? Okay? Alright. Alright, cool. So, today, you will be spending 2 hours in this room. Nice. 2 hours in this room. Please note, leaving is not something we recommend for fairness sake. Once the candidates give their closing remark, they will be put off to a secret room so that no delegate can go bother them. So please keep note that we prefer not you do not leave to like mix and mingle, like share like voting secrets, because these are confidential. Please respect your LC's decision. Do not like go like yo, who did you vote for? Like all the things you used to do back in middle school. So overall rules, once again, always have to read these out. You may not leave the room once the speeches and voting begin. There will be a 5-minute quick break between when I close the speech and when I initiate the voting process. For you guys to go like potty and whatever. But once the voting begins, once the discussion begins for LC, no one's allowed to leave until I've collected all the votes in one of these jars. If you're not in the room when the speeches happen, please wait until it's over. Keep energy high for the candidates. Respect the process. Yada yada yada. So there is another live stream tonight. There'll be 2 live streams set up because one of those live streams can't cut through. So if you want to send this to your LC, you want to go through first is the closing remarks, is the first one, and the second one's the announcements. Announcements. What other words are there? MCP updates. What a horrible way to die. What a horrible way to end the day. What a horrible way to die. So, let us begin. But before I begin, I want to give some shout outs to some people that haven't gotten recognition this entire process. They worked tirelessly for the last 24 hours. 3 days a week, and I want to give recognition to the bodyguards. Bodyguards, please go pick up my first candidate. Look at them. Let's watch them walk. Walk faster! You're gonna run. Okay, so while they go pick them up, it's gonna be around like a 2-minute walk. It's quite far, the breakout room from here. So I'm gonna play a quick song, and I'll let you guys know when we'll officially begin. So, woo! What? Beyonce? Okay, Beyonce. Which Beyonce song?
Your challenges are a young group from Houston. Welcome Beyonce, Lativia, Nina, Nikki, Kelly, and Ashley, the hip-hop rapping Girls Time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give your warmest and loudest welcome to our first candidate. Cheers, guys, cheers. Please welcome Adriana Villar.
So I think that after this intense 3 days of being observed and stuck in so many other ways that I cannot even explain, I think you pretty much have a good idea of who I am. And maybe, or may not notice that I'm a very structured person. So every time that you ask me something, I will always say, well, I have to do this, and this. And like if you ask me for a strategy, I always tell what I have to do, in the time, resources, things like that. So right after I send my application as MCP, I start working in my closing speech right away. And I remember that after a week, I already have it. And it was perfect. It was so perfect. I was feeling like freaking Obama. Like, I was so ready for that speech, and it's all there. But 2 hours ago, something horrible happened to me. I told my mom. And, New Year's Eve, and she told me, hey baby, how are you? And how is the election process going? And I told her, Mom, it's going amazing. I have the speech, everything is going great, I'm ready for this, I'm nervous, but it's going to happen. And I was waiting for my mom, she's hilarious. I mean, she doesn't give a shit about anything. I wish she can be MCP one day. I mean, she's amazing, and she had no hesitation to say whatever she thinks. And I remember, like, I was in that moment waiting for the motivational speech, as a normal mom, and she said, so baby, what are you gonna do if you don't get it? And I was like, well, Mom, what are positivity? So I actually didn't think about that. And she said, well, but you know that probably you are not gonna get it. And I was, yeah, Mom, I get it. But I didn't think about that, but I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be the last year in the US, probably. And she said, And I was like, what? And she said, you better say everything. And I was like, yeah, of course, obviously, I'm gonna say everything, it's in my heart. And then she said, no, you better say everything, because if you don't get it, maybe people won't give a shit about you after that. And in that moment, I was like, thank you, Mom, happy New Year for you too. And after that, I said, I hang out and I thought about that. And part of me was like, no, this is how I said the people, the values, all the things. But another part of me was like, she's totally right. Like, this is the only moment where every single person is in this room is paying attention to me. Every single person, no matter if you are from AIESEC US or not, no matter if you have voting rights or not, no matter if you are physically in this room or not, everyone is paying attention to me. So I want to use this time wisely, and I don't want to talk to you as an MCP candidate. I want to talk to you as a young woman that truly believes in the power of this organization, but truly believes that there are fundamental changes that we need to make in order to move forward. And there is something that is burning me inside that I really want to tell you, and it's that I hate the election process so much. I hate it so bad. And don't get me wrong, it's not that I'm not enjoying the process. I love this process, I've learned so much, and the person that I'm today is not the same person that I started the application process. And I'm so grateful for that. But I hate the fact that sometimes people make a stereotype about the candidates. And they think that this process is not about finding which candidate is better than the other, or which platform is better than the other. This process is about finding what is the best for AIESEC in the United States and the US as a nation. And then after you find that, then who is the best person to lead that change? And not the other way around. And like this idealization of what should be like the type of leadership that the MCP should have, like thinking that it will be perfect. I don't want to be part of an organization that aims for perfection. Not at all. I want to be part of an organization that can dream big, that try new things. I want to be part of an AIESEC US where we are allowed to fail as many times as needed. As I said before, I want to be part of an organization where we fail 10 times, but we're able to stand up 11. And if you think like you're gonna vote for me because I'm the easiest person to work with, or you believe that I'm gonna make your EV terms easier, you are totally wrong. If you are thinking that, I'm not your girl. Because I truly believe that in order to find a place where things are easy, a lot of challenges need to happen in between. And there are a lot of difficulties that we need to overcome together. So if there is something I can promise you, if I get MCP, this is gonna be the most difficult year of our life. Because I truly believe that growing disruptively is what it takes to change as many lives as we possibly can, then it's totally worth it. It will be totally worth it at the end. And if you are ready for this, and if you believe in this, then I'm ready for you. And I'm so ready to lead the process of becoming the executive that the AIESEC that the country deserves. and I want us together and starting the new MCP 2016-2017. Thank you so much.
I'd like to welcome on stage Juan Carlos. How's your last name? Juan Carlos something. Wonky. Thank you so much. How are you guys? Good. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. Thank you. Oh, what? Oh, where? Cool. So I wanna share a story of I was selected as MCP and I had the chance to go to IPN and represent AIESEC in Colombia. And as Dominic was saying this morning, what's going to happen in IPN is that we're going to develop the role of the 2020. Yeah, but I was selected as MCP, so I joined Jonathan Suarez, that was the MCP 1415, and we went to IPN. And in IPN, we had the PAI election process. So the story is very simple. There was a Colombian applying for PAI. And we had a meeting with Anna, and we told her, because I was a team member in Anna's team, and Suarez was a team member in her team as well. We were all part of the MC 1314. And I love that girl, like a lot. But we came to the process, and we told her, Anna, the fact that you're from Colombia doesn't mean that we're going to vote for you just because of that. And we were like, yes, our values are on top of everything, and that's demonstrating integrity. Not because you're our friend, not because you are Colombian, we're going to vote for you, we're going to vote for the best option for AIESEC globally for the term 15-16. And this is the first thing that we told her. We went to the process, but again, we were supporting her a lot. But then during the process, she demonstrated that she had to be the PAI for next term, and she deserved it, and she got it. And she was elected as PAI. But at the end, it was that power of choice, that proposed representation, that alignment of the strategy, of the vision, that made the decision. And this is how I think that every single election process should be run. It is not because you're my friend Dominic, I'm going to vote for you for President of the United States. Okay? It's because I share that your beliefs and your vision are the ones that need to take this organization forward. There's one thing that I wanted to share with you guys. This one, I'm going to be sharing stories in between the final remarks you got, right? So enjoy it. Are we ready for the next? Are we ready for the next keep talking. Wow, I was not expecting that. How are you guys? Oh, hi. I can always play this card. Oh, where? Oh, sorry, no, wait, no. Oh, where? Okay, so in the other hand, there's one thing that I wanted to ask you guys. Please be nice to me, because I know that day is collecting punishments for me in the day of tomorrow. Please be nice. Yeah, I love you guys. I am enjoying my time here. No, please be nice, please. No.
these days. I am going to make things stop in a different way. So whatever you want, do not punish me, please. Is that too much to ask? Oh, please. Oh no, wait, really? I don't know why I do this. Okay, we're ready.
Thank you, Juan. Okay, so please stand up. It is with great honor that I introduce the second candidate to be giving their closing remarks. Please welcome to the stage, Nicholas.
Thank you guys for the incredible opportunity to stand in front of you and go through this process. It's been incredible and humbling. Whatever happens, I sincerely hope that I've at least impacted some of you with my words, challenged you to think in a new way, and a way to believe in yourself. This is an emotional day for me. More than one reason. It's the last day of the last year of my AIESEC experience in AIESEC US. And I'm here hoping to continue that experience in your name. And you see me now with this confidence, maybe overconfidence. You see a snapshot of me. I've shared some stories, I've shared some successes, but you see a snapshot of me. And you don't see what led up to this point. When I tell you the story of innovating training culture at the local level with Manifest, you didn't hear the story about when I created a partnership with National Instruments, $1 billion company, and saw it fall apart before my eyes because I failed to maintain the communication with the LC in Hungary to facilitate the two-way international exchange, agonizing over that disappointment myself and learning from that. You see me standing here talking about my experience with Orhan and how I changed his life and he changed mine. We don't hear the other story of the other interns. The one who came, got fired, was not told by his company why because they didn't want that discomfort. And then me trying to tell him why, do the right thing and help him see, gain that self-awareness so he can go back home and lead a more self-aware, enriching life and not seeing it click. You see me standing here talking about bringing self-awareness to this entity to allow us to combine our national level and our local level into something beautiful so that we can sync and do something incredible leading up to 2020. But you never saw me failing to do that while I was still a member of the LCP class because I was so laser-like focused on my LC. And maybe it's too late for that now. I guess that's up to you. This makes me wonder what AIESEC 2020 will remember when they talk about us now, about 16, 17. They probably, unless we royally screw up, they probably won't know about all those other stories. The stories that you'll create. But they'll know some stories. They'll know the stories that resulted in where they are now. 5 years from now, when no one in this room is even a part of the organization anymore as active members, maybe a couple of us are MC members, what are they going to be talking about? My vision, what I envision for this organization, would indicate that they would be talking about our sticking to an incredible national plan to make a difference, to bring our organization and align it and project into something so intangible as this organization 5 years from now. They'll be talking about us and our manifesto, building a community of leaders with the tools to transform our nation's mindset. They'll be talking about when we made the choice today to elect an MCP with the clarity to unite the nation, get over our staggered terms, make sure that we're working together regardless of the ideas, the people, get over these structural issues that plague us, that result in the revolution and haven't gone away since. We'll be talking about how we stuck to the development of our members is directly connected with the pursuit of our mission. When we chose today to elect an MCP who understands training revolution is necessary. We'll be talking about collaboration and the development of a strong, sustainable system, focusing on our finances. They'll be talking about this. I believe in this organization for a much simpler reason than Manifesto, because we're in the business of building leaders. Because this did this to me, I believe in myself, I believe in this organization, I believe in you. I don't know you, a lot of you, I haven't met some of you, but if you're here tonight, I believe in you. And I'm asking you to believe in me. I'm asking you to believe in me to practice solution orientation and take a risk of a non-traditional MCP candidate and take us forward. AIESEC United States, my name is Nick Scheifler, and I would be humbled and honored to take us to a beautiful AIESEC 2020. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Miss Guanqi. Okay, so for this part, for this second remark, I want to call your member committee president, 1516, Dominic. Please, Dominic, stand up.
Thank you.
Yeah, give it up for Dominic. Okay, cool. Awesome. What? Hot it, hot it. Okay, cool, hot it. Yes, hot it.
Turn off the live stream. You did the live stream. Appropriate. It's a live stream.
Okay. I have a few questions for this guy, so let's see how it goes. The first thing is, you were running for MCP last year, right? I mean, literally. Yeah, okay, cool. The last WNC, remember, right? Yeah. Ah, okay, cool. So, what was the funniest part of your process? Can you share with us?
So I forgot to bring shoes to the conference. So Hans, my runner, who's a really good friend, he let me use his shoes for the whole conference. He's a really sweet guy. I miss him. Wish he was here. Hey Hans. He's actually driving somewhere right now, so he's definitely not watching.
Wait, that would be really disruptive if you could just deliver your speech without shoes, man. That would be a good idea. Okay, no, it's not. It is a terrible idea. Hey, man, what is the most uncomfortable part of your process when you run for MCP?
The most uncomfortable part of the process was basically between the sessions, like when we're here right now, they just isolate you. So you're just like by yourself. And since Hans was like an MC member, so he was always in the plenary watching all the speeches. So I was just sitting in a room by myself for like many hours. And so that was really uncomfortable because like you finish, it's like kind of chill, you get to like, sit there, but it's still like just you in a room by yourself. So there's like a really deep inner journey that goes on in that space.
What was the color of your underwear that day of the elections?
It was either black or it was gray, and I don't remember. But I do remember jumping into the pool. There was a pool on the roof of the hotel. I believe I was with Eau Claire, and then also Ian from Madison was also there. And that was a cool movement. It was winter, so it was still kind of cold. But they're like, Dom, if you jump in the pool, we'll jump in with you. And I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool, so let's do it. So yeah.
So you got all the delegates to jump with you to the pool?
Just like whoever was there, but I was soggy the rest of the night. And I hate being soggy, so that was kind of not the best way to bring in New Year's, but it was fun.
Cool. When you're walking from the breakout room, when you're walking from the breakout room to this plenary, I mean not this plenary but that plenary, what are the things that cross your mind that moment?
Well, I think first off, I always like oh shit, I hope I don't forget what I just like spent all this time like thinking about. But the second thing that's really funny is like as a candidate, you stand right outside the door, so you can hear all of, like the pump up. They're like, okay, guys, you have to get really loud, really cheer for this candidate. So it's really funny because like you hear like the whole process, and so it's like it's happening, and it's
okay. Thank you, man. Next question: who's your favorite MCP? 15, 16.
Well, I can't say me.
No, you can't.
You should.
Not Honky. Probably Jeff from
Sheila.
Thank you, Dom.
All right. We're ready for you again. So please stand up. All right. Guys, it is with honor that we welcome the next MCP candidate for MCP 1617. Please cheer for Ms. Alexandra Robinson.
So much for the energy you've had over the past few days. It's been an incredible experience just to be a part of this. And I think over the past few days, I've had the opportunity to share with you who I am, what my dreams are for the organization, as well as what my plans are for the next year. And so tonight, what I want to talk about is why it is that you can believe that I am the person that can fulfill those plans and can achieve those dreams that we have for the organization. And the reason for that, and the reason that you can believe in that, is the story of my local committee. It's the story of AIESEC Chapel Hill. And I joined AIESEC Chapel Hill in fall 2012 as a general member on the outgoing exchange team. And after 4 months of being in the LC, I decided that I was going to take on the challenge of applying for the executive board. And I applied for the role of Vice President of Talent Management because I thought it played to my strengths and where I wanted to go in the organization. But the night before the executive board was selected, my local committee president, Sam, came to me and asked me if I was willing to be considered for the role of Vice President of Business Development. And I thought she was crazy. I was the least qualified person for the role. I thought that I had no experience. There's no way you could put me in a role like that. I never even made a sales call before. And so I thought that she'd lost her mind. But I looked at her and I saw the faith and the trust that she had in me and the belief that she put in me. And I decided in that moment that I would figure it out. And I spent every single day and every waking moment from the time that I was selected until the day that I started my role figuring it out. And I had 0 people on my team and I had to recruit an entire team. And I had to go on sales meetings with them for months before I told them that I'd never gone on one before until I brought one of them. And I spent that entire year figuring it out. But in all of the year 2012 before my term, AIESEC Chapel Hill went on 11 sales meetings. And in the first 5 months of my term, we went on 60, and we figured it out. And the results didn't come very quickly. They took a really long time to come. But in September, we realized our first international trainee in Chapel Hill in years. And that motivation and that success showed me that I could figure it out and gave me the motivation to apply for LCP. And I spent those next few months dreaming for my LC and picking a team that would dream big for Chapel Hill. And it wasn't until December 17th that my LCP, Sam, and I finally acknowledged that time wasn't on our side anymore and that we weren't going to realize the other 3 trainees that we had contracts signed for and that AIESEC Chapel Hill was going to be disbanded. And this night in particular, December 31st, is really a significant night for me because this time, only 2 years ago, I was sitting on a staircase hiding in Chicago at WNC and crying because every minute that it got closer to midnight was a minute closer to me losing my local committee. And at midnight, AIESEC Chapel Hill was disbanded. And the next morning, I woke up and I went to sessions, and I went into the plenary, and I went and I found the people in the plenary that believed in me as much as Sam, my LCP, believed in me in the first place. And I found people like AIESEC Yale that believed in AIESEC Chapel Hill enough to host us. And I found people like Niels, who had just been elected MCP, and who told me that I deserved to be a part of my LCP class. And so I went home after that conference with my executive board, and we figured it out. And we spent 24 days in January applying and having Chapel Hill reopened as an expansion. And then we spent 9 more months figuring it out and doing everything that we had to do to realize that second international trainee in September and to become full members for the first time in AIESEC Chapel Hill's history as a local committee. And that experience taught me that no matter how devastating the failure and no matter how daunting the success, that I can figure it out. And in this moment on this stage and in these days that I spent with you, I believe, as much as anyone's ever believed in me, that you are the people that are going to figure it out in this organization and in the next year. And I have all of that faith in you. And if tonight, if you look at me and you know me and you have that faith in me as the person that can and will continue to figure it out, then in the 2016-2017 term, AIESEC and the United States together will figure it out. Thank you.
Monkey, do you want to come up again?
I'll do it.
Oh, Aaron wants to come up with you, Monkey. With you.
I'll do it, I guess. Not streaming, don't forget that.
I know. Go sit down, Monkey. This is my time. never got to run for MCP. You know why? I have a joke like that. It's like I ran MCP and I lost, and that's really why I don't run anymore. But I never really ran in the first one. But I'll give you a speech right now. Because I, Aaron Mack, believe that children are the future. You guide them well, and you let them lead the way. And you show them all the beauty and the trust and the love that they possess inside. You give them a sense of pride. Because you know what? I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. Because if I fail, and if I succeed, at least I did as I damn well believe. And I want all of you to know that no matter what they take from me, they cannot take away my motherfucking dignity. My name is Aaron Mack, and I want to permanently, for the years 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, every year after that, with a 20% salary increase and stock holdings in AIESEC US Incorporated, along with 3 free visas and unlimited miles to American Airlines, become your member committee president. Thank you. MCP, 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 MCP. So the last person isn't here yet, so it's a Nico. Oh. Alessio, come back to MCP.
Wow. Love people. How do you feel? That's too much. Come here. So what about there is one important thing that happened tonight, and actually it was the food. So food is part of really important things, and I had no opportunity with my food because there was I don't know who. But I had pot belly, by the way, guys. It's not like pasta, like really. It's different one, but look at it. But I'm telling you a secret. I became their friends when I was in Pop in New York on Street, and they gave me 2 free meals. So I was like, I'm gonna come from now on. Now I'm their best friend. So, if you ever wanna have an MCP that know how to actually cook, yeah. So then you can actually vote for me. And thank you very much.
MCP! 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 MCP!
Something we share some story. We shared the room together. So.
And Paula, for those of you that will be curious where Alessio is tonight, he won't be in my room. He'll be in someone else's room. I had to iron his shirt, so it's special. He is homosexual.
Heterosexual. Disgusting.
Anyone want to run to MCP? The next candidate is currently occupied. Fabia Ucho! Pecos, you want to go for another try? Guys, you have not speaking. You don't speak without saying certain words that are.
I did it.
Serious.
Is that an excuse?
Oh, Dom, can you run again?
No.
Okay, so when one kid asked Dom, what was the most surprising moment of your election? I could say when he got elected. Damn. And and with that, perfect transition into our next candidate. She has finally awoken from her cavern. Please stand up. Please help me welcome the final candidate giving her speech for MCP 1617. Please welcome Samantha Lumpkin.
Thank you guys so much for that. You really don't know what that means to, like, I don't know, just come into a room and be that welcome by AIESEC United States. And I always forget that I have power to do this, but you know, so by this point in time, actually, I'm not gonna start yet because I just want to say one more time, thank you guys so much for allowing me to come here for this process and really tell you how I feel about the organization, all my ambitions. Thank you guys so much for the conversations we've also had outside of this room. I'm really, really grateful for this opportunity. Oh, now you can hear me, great. So to get started, by this point, you know what I intend to do for this country in terms of aligning us as an entity to AIESEC 2020 by shaping what we do and shaping our programs around what the United States needs. By being accessible to everyone everywhere through having conferences that are profitable for our LCs and affordable for our members. By becoming a youth leadership movement that actually delivers the Global Leader Program to all 1,500 of our members across AIESEC United States so that they can all have transformative experiences and also perform just within their LCs. And finally, have the opportunity to grow disruptively, a growth that I strongly believe can come from the local level. And I think it's best when it comes from the local level. I'm running for MCP because I believe that in AIESEC United States, every dream, every goal, every vision that seeks to better AIESEC United States deserves a shot. No matter how unprecedented it is, and no matter how unrealistic it feels, I really do believe that if it's important enough, we at least have to try for it. And I think that another thing is, you know, you guys probably have different opinions of me, just seeing me in this process. But the final story I want to share with you guys tonight is my own. So you see this version of me, and you know, whatever you may think of me, I just want to say that, especially before I joined AIESEC, I was always someone who was very ordinary. I never really got, you know, stood out in school. I wasn't the best, I wasn't the worst. My extracurriculars, you know, I always felt very ordinary. until I joined AIESEC. I think that AIESEC was the first platform that I had to really give 100% of myself and to see what that could do for my LC. Well, I'm glad you guys say that way too. And something that always drove me as a member was I believed that AIESEC Appalachian could be better. And we didn't get the success. We didn't get the respect that I felt that our members deserved, but it was because we weren't performing, and that's what I wanted to see in our LC. And I remember actually the first international conference that I attended, and at that time, the MCP at the time, his closing statement was just, how bad do you want it? That was the final message of that conference. And on my way out of that conference, I remember going into the luggage room, and I was with my friend Vivian, who was from AIESEC San Jose. And in the luggage room, I just saw Cole's MCP jacket sitting there. And I was just like, God, I gotta try this on. I gotta Vivian, take a picture of me with it on. And I like how things come full circle, so I actually found that picture. And just to give you an insight, it's super blurry because I was like, okay, gotta get in, gotta get out. And ignore the horrible hair and everything in the picture. There goes all of my dignity now. But that was the moment that I truly believed in what the organization could do. That was the moment when I truly started to believe in myself and what I could do. And I think that is such a horrible picture, but that's also the reason why I'm standing here today running for MCP. Because I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. And I want to be the MCP that brings that just dream here to AIESEC United States. I want to take us to a level where we as an entity can become extraordinary. Because I do believe that we have all the things that we need, the brilliance, the minds to do that. So AIESEC United States, my name is Samantha Lumpkin. I'm running for the member committee president. And I want to invite you guys to make me your choice so that together we can shape our story for 2016, 2017, and the years to come. Thank you.